right. Hello, pipe community. Scott, the Night Train Piper here. And I wanted to just give you a little quick first experience of Edward G. Robinson tobacco. So I picked this up at the same time as I picked up some Sun Bear, I think from Smoking Pipes. So here it is, right here. And let's see what it says on the tin. Take my glasses up for a sec. A subtle aromatic with a natural, smooth, burly nuttiness and flavored black Cavendish taste. Fruity plum notes are given a flavor push from a hint of Latakia. A touch of liquor makes for a very pleasing top note. A harmonious blend that burns cool and slowly for full enjoyment. So it sounds like an aromatic. And I've heard pretty much, I think, nothing but good reviews on this one. So I just thought I'd share the experience of opening this tin and giving it a whiff and then having a first smoke on it. So I guess from what I was reading about this was originally created in the 40s at a tobacconist in San Francisco that's long gone. Edward G. Robinson himself was in the prime of his acting career, I guess, then 30s and 40s. And so he oversaw the mixing of it, the blending of it. And I think from what I read, I think this was on Smoking Pipes also. From what I read, he was just mixing together a blend that he thought everybody would enjoy. So I'm thinking 40s, pretty much tobacco was very common, and everything was basically, most of the tobaccos were really kind of OTC type of tobaccos. So they were aromatic, and they would be pretty mild. I don't think strong. So those are my predictions about this tobacco, that I think it'll be like an OTC blend, maybe a really good OTC blend. So I've heard various things from reviews I've read, from the liquor notes to like a little touch of cinnamon and chocolate. I think I read at some point. So I guess interesting fact about this one too is that it almost disappeared completely. The guy that posts as Jim Inks on tobaccoreviews.com, he actually saved it. He's a cartoonist, by the way. I didn't even realize this till I started reading it. So a comic artist, I guess, mainly, but he does cartoons too, I think. But he goes back a little ways, and he actually knew guys like Jack Kirby, if you know about comic books. Jack Kirby was also a pipe smoker, famous for inventing a lot of the modern comics that we think of today, for the styles and everything else and the scopes of it. Just an incredibly influential artist. But so Jim Inks goes by on Tobacco Reviews, and I guess he was the one that kind of oversaw it, going to Sutliff, who makes this one currently, this incarnation of it. So just little background there. And so I'm looking forward to trying it. And let me just check it out right now. So it's a pretty big tin, by the way. This is bigger than your Cornell and Deal tins. I think it's 1.5 ounces, though. 1.5, right? 1.5 ounces. Okay, so there's the middle tin cap, and I see various colors, dark brown and some light browns in there. Oh wow, that is pretty good. It's a mild tin note, I would say. So I'm not smelling any strong, like, it definitely smells like burley type of going on here. Yeah, And there's some kind of flavor note in there. What is that, licorice? Maybe a little bit. I'm terrible at picking out notes on these things, but it's definitely really just mild, you know, and kind of reminds me a little of Sir Walter Raleigh, where it has sort of a almost like a nutty, chocolatey type of deal going on. But I do smell some fruitiness too. Maybe that's the plum that it was talking about on the description. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna load up my pipe and see how this smokes. So, I'll get right back to you with that. Alrighty. So tonight I'm using my Nordine 9 pipe. This is a briar pipe that I bought, and it's one I go to often for kind of general use. I don't always try to smoke arrows in this pipe because it's briar and kind of concerned about ghosting sometimes. But anyway, I chose this one tonight, and so I smoked about 3/4 of my way through the bowl. Maybe all the way, I don't know. So here's what I think. It's definitely got codger characteristics, and it's burly. I've seen, I saw on the tin note that it listed Latakia. I'm not getting the Latakia. Now, it could be that I've lost a lot of sensitivity to Latakia. I don't know, but I'm not tasting it. I do get an overall sourness to it, and like a kind of nutty, burly, but I think it's the Cavendish. I saw that there was Cavendish in here, and Cavendish sometimes disagrees with me. It can go either way, and I'm sort of like getting this duality here with the Cavendish and the burly, and that's about it. But I am getting these little sweet notes, like a little flash of sweetness, which I'm guessing is the plum note that they mentioned. It's kind of sort of fruity, but it is super sweet. It's like a little just tang of sweetness. Suddenly it'll hit your tongue. Not every draw, but every other one, maybe every few draws, and so that's kind of nice. But I've got to confess that this whole way through the bowl, I felt like I was on the edge of getting tongue bite. Now, I do kind of tend to smoke quickly. I tend to train it, so that could be part of it. But I've tried to go slow. I've gone slow here. But this is definitely a codger blend. Let's see, room note. It's hard to tell because I'm outside, but what I did pick up smelled really good. So I think this is a definite crowd pleaser. I think it's going to be a crowd pleaser. Really light. It's definitely not one of those, oh my God, it's pipe tobacco smokes. I think non-smokers would probably find it tolerable. But yeah, so that sums it up in a nutshell. It's definitely in the codger world, and its uniqueness, I'd say, is in the Cavendish and in the little fruity elements that are in the little sweet elements that are in here. It's a good codger blend. Is it going to become my favorite codger blend? No. I'm going to stick with Sir Walter Raleigh probably for that, and Velvet. It doesn't top those two in my mind. Now, I haven't tried a lot of codger blends, but it's not terrible either. Saying terrible with this blend seems kind of sacrilegious because so many people like it. I find it good. It's a good blend. Definitely one I'll go to. Once in a while. It's not one where I'm just going to take the tin and just smoke my way right through it. Alrighty. So So there you go. That's my my review of Edward G. Robinson. And I'm gonna smoke what little I have left here in this bowl, and I'm gonna tuck it away and probably pick it up again and at some point and smoke a couple more bowls, but it's not going to be a frequent one. All right, well, take care, y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your week and your August. It's August 1st here, and happy smokes to y'all. See you later.